Ski on
Hey man, it's been a long time coming, but welcome to the first episode of the Black Millennial Code podcast.
Yes.
I'm your host, Skinny, along with my boy.
I'm Bobby P. What the business is, man?
We in here, baby. We're
Huh?
gonna talk about this.
You did? First off, a word from my sponsors. One Auto Details, the best car wash and detailing service in the city of Atlanta. If you in Atlanta, support this black-owned business. Their Instagram is the number one Auto Details. One Auto Details, the best car wash in Atlanta, man.
Support black business, baby.
Hey, Skinny, man, you remember that song? What is it? Corn on the cob, slob on my knot like corn on the cob. I think it was about 3-6, ain't it?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And it sounds like, because Meg Thee Stallion was saying, what's the difference between their song and that song?
What is the difference, though?
Man, I hope those words don't come back to shoot me in the foot. That's what I do know.
Big facts, man. Big facts.
But for real, man, I don't know. What you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I think with that whole Meg situation and that Tory Lane situation, they need to work it out amongst them.
I think she tried to keep it on the low, but people kept talking about it, and so now she just out with it. Because I think she was even lying to the police at the time because she wasn't trying to talk about it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like as an entertainer, you got to tune out the world. You know what I'm saying? And if Tory's supposed to be your partner, you got to learn to keep it between your partner. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring stuff and fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? And making you sound stupid or making Tory sound stupid. Y'all gotta work that out.
It's all out there now, so it's all out there.
Yeah,
it's all out there.
All right, what you think about that song she
Man,
had with Cardi?
Let me tell you, this is how I felt. So, I admire the two queens. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they're doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We need more women, especially in the hip hop game.
Right.
However, for me, watching the video just in the first few seconds, I'm
right.
like, wow, there's a lot of sexual referencing.
Especially in this time.
And the song is alright. It's a little explicit, but
right.
It's just something that I probably wouldn't want my daughter to see.
Right. That's, to me, the issue that I have with this is Cardi. I have no problem with Cardi B. I have no problem with Meg. They make their money how they make their money. I ain't getting in the way how they make their money. But in a time of what's going on now, social injustices, we're going through an election right now. Cardi's talking about she want to be an advocate in the politic world and in the political world, and she wants to, encourage young women how to.
Biden went live, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, but exactly. So she's making a song like this. I don't mind her getting her money. But I feel like she made it in the wrong time. If this was 2019, 18, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going through something through music then, but this is 2020. Our minds is trying to focus on a better 2020 or focus on 2021. Not talking about wet ass pussy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And 2020 been a bitch. But I will say, some wet ass pussy was probably the best surprise of 2020, if you feel me.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was, but
at the same time, you are absolutely right. For what's going on right now, I would feel way better with them addressing, the issues as opposed to talking about things like that. But I'm still supporting the sisters, and as far as, because I heard Cardi B was on an interview live with Joe Biden.
Right.
The problem I have with that is that the majority of artists aren't really representing the majority. And so for them to be, talking to them and getting questions for them, that's not really the average American, middle class citizen might not have the same opinions as the sister. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, if you in a political world, want to be in political world because she expressed that she wants to, study political science and get into politics, you gotta quit what you're doing.
That's gonna be interesting.
You gotta quit what you're doing. You know what I mean? Right. Everybody has a past. Bill Clinton had a past. George Bush had a past. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones before him, the first George Bush had a past. Nixon had a past. But, we're not going to hold it against you. But at the same time, if you're trying to be a advocate for a certain demographic and you want to reach the world in a different certain type of way, you gotta change your instances, man.
And I agree with you, but I will say, the song is number one. They're gonna do numbers,
Yeah.
But all we saying is Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, just watch out for my daughter.
You feel me? Watch out for my niece. You feel me?
Oh man. Speaking on the presidency-elect, social injustice, man. We gonna talk about this. So, who you think is to blame, bro?
That's a tough one, my guy. I think honestly, it's ourselves I gotta blame, man.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent, man. In the community, first and foremost, in order for us to elect somebody, it starts in the community, man.
Yeah.
And if we're uneducated, we're gonna vote pretty much another 4 years like we got now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we may not like, what's going on now with both candidates. However, the important matter is social injustices right now. We can't keep going back to what our parents went through. We can't keep going back to what, our grandparents went through. We ain't slaves no more, man. We ain't slaves, bro.
I feel you, man. And there's 2 points on this that I want to get out. Is the fact that, for one, my issue is it does start with us, and it does start with us in the community.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times we look towards other folks and like, well, how come such and such ain't doing this and such ain't doing that? We need to stop looking for help,
right,
and start doing what we need to do. Whatever you can do, start
right,
in your community.
Right.
We can't wait for Jay-Z. We can't wait for Beyonce or Cardi B.
Can't depend on no entertainment.
Everybody, I think, needs to do what they can in their neighborhood or in their community. Mm-hmm. But also, I think one big problem is,
what's that?
Of course, all folks ain't racist.
Facts.
And I just feel like the ones who aren't racist, who aren't speaking, it's just as bad, because that's what we need. We need folks who are not racist, who are not a person of color, to speak up. I think that will cause a bigger movement.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, honestly. We need a candidate who's going to be sympathetic and empathetic. We got people, let's just not talk about social justice. Let's talk about what's going on now in the state of the COVID-19.
Oh, not the COVID.
You know what I'm saying? COVID. We're going to call it COVID 2020. You know what I'm saying? 19. We're going to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? But like what's going on in COVID now, you got, I'm gonna go with the political party. You got Democrats and Republicans going at it. And they're just worried about themselves because them and their family took care of. And their family is fine. They don't have to worry about paying rent. They don't have to worry about, groceries. They don't have to worry about working. They making amazing, great money. You know what I'm saying? Amazing salaries. But you got families that starving. Where I'm from, you got families starving on the east side of the A. You got families starving in PG County in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? You got people that need groceries. You got people that need money to pay their rent. You got people that just need help, period. But you guys are fighting over some bullshit.
They go on summer vacation in the middle of all this, knowing that people need help. To me, it really shows a lack of empathy. I really think anybody could go in there and do a better job of handling this situation than this current office that's in there, to be honest with you. It's been pretty chaotic.
Right.
Not to mention the feelings of, just separation that also was caused by this current regime.
Right.
But, hey, man, all I can do and all everybody else can do is just make sure you're taking care of your family and the people around you, your mothers. Like, who checking on their mothers?
Right.
Who checking on their grandmothers?
Right.
You better be checking on your grandmothers.
Right.
Going grocery shopping for your grandmother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these youngins, they don't even have that clicking in them automatically. But we got to look out for each other first.
We do. We got to look out for ourselves. And, because they looking out for themselves in the political party. So we all we got as a community. You know what I'm saying? This is a time where we wish we had big mamas, you know what I'm saying, grandpops, you know what I'm saying, with strong moral values that can still move and stuff like that to support and to help families and people in communities, man, like the OGs and stuff, but we don't even have that now.
And so, you know what, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, bro.
But the real question is, what are you going to do? What can we do? What can me and you do?
Right.
I was thinking to myself, let's create an opportunity where we can have little interns or something come in, maybe help us with the podcast, help us with recording or cameras and pictures or whatever. Just because I want to show that we ain't just talking about it. Mm-hmm. We trying to get these kids out the streets and into doing something that's going to better them in the future. Right,
absolutely. I'm with for all that, man. We need to create something like that, especially in our community. You know, it's going to be open for all, but, you know, in our community it's bad, you know what I'm saying, in the black community, because when I went to see my mom's on like a couple of days ago this week on the east side, man, you still see dope deals, bro. You still see all that, pants hanging down. I thought we moved past that, man. That like 2008, you know what I'm saying? Like, we thought we moved past that, and you got these, you know, these rappers that they looking up to, and I'm not gonna say no names, but you know, they still talking about Percocet, they still talking about lean, they still talking about robbing and killing.
Hey, DMV got a whole bunch of young dope heads.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them great music, but the words, what you teaching the kids, man. Cause music in our community, at least, or just in this generation period, goes a long way. If you teaching about, you know, WAP, you know what I'm saying, wet ass pussy, and
you know all those
songs, you know what I'm saying,
but don't know nothing about
and dope deals, right? Don't know nothing about no history. Something that's gonna help you, man. I'm telling you, if you do not know your history, you are doomed to repeat it.
Hey, so as far as the subject of black injustices right now, the boy Bobby P just let y'all know, it's knowledge of self and helping out in the community. We can't keep depending on nobody else.
Right.
So, with that said,
let's get to this message from our sponsors, man. They want us to, you know, shout them out again, of course, man, because we appreciate their business.
Riding clean.
You know what I'm saying? Riding clean. I got my car washed from them a couple of days ago, bro. Went out of details, man. Straight shining. My Challenger is mean in these streets, boy.
Hey, they gonna keep your car clean, and they ain't gonna mess up nothing in between. No scratches, baby.
You dig?
You want somebody to wash that car and not fuck it up.
You dig? So, you know, shout out to One Auto Details. The IG is the number 1 Auto Details, man. Make sure y'all go and see them if y'all in the city of Atlanta or even passing by, man. They'll come and wash your car and keep it nice and shiny and detailing, man. All for the low too. Support black businesses, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know what I was gonna do without some type of sports.
Man.
Welcome to the bubble.
All right, I was dying without it, man. I thank God they came up with something, man.
Man, you already know we're gonna talk about this.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of the bubble, I gotta start with that boy Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar in the first round. Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Man.
Wait, not even leading up to the playoffs, bro.
Leading up to the playoffs, because they had to fight for that last spot.
They had
that 8th spot.
Man.
And that boy was out there. He was
you
on
thought
fire.
It was out. Yeah, bro.
That nigga reminded me of NBA Jam. That boy was out there like, boom, shakalaka.
Jam. For real, man. Dame, man. Shout out to Dame, man, because he killing it right now, bro. When I say like game, yeah, they got blew out. I'm not gonna lie, they got blew
They won
out.
game 1.
They got blew out in game 2, but game 1, you know, he made a name for himself, man.
They won game 1. I felt like if they would have won game 2, I would have been thinking that the Lakers possibly would be going home in this first round.
Right.
But this second game,
right,
they went ahead and smacked everybody in the back of the neck and was like, "Hey y'all forgot we are the Lakers, and they do have
right.
AD. They got Contavious Pope, who's been balling good." And you got LeBron, who, you know...
Even Dwight Howard was
sorry,
the
Dwight was on the boards.
He was sorry, yeah.
On the boards.
Yeah. Atlanta native, shout out, man. Yeah.
It's definitely going to get even more interesting, but all in all, man, all of these games since the bubble started, man, these been some good games, bro.
Great game.
Do you think it's the lack of people in the audience, or what? What you think is making them play like this?
Nah, I think that having this time off, they knew that they couldn't take the bubble, you know, for granted. because the season ended in March, right before the playoffs started.
Yeah.
And they were just sitting at home bored, wondering what they was gonna do. But I felt like that this was their chance to not take it for granted, actually take it seriously. Granted, you got some players who sat out like Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving, he think the world is flat. The earth is flat, so you can't listen to somebody like that.
It depends on what mood I'm in, what I think if it's round or flat, to be honest with you. Right. I don't know.
Right. But and granted, you got some people who said, just had newborn babies, they didn't want to bring it back to their newborn when they want to see him and stuff like that. That's granted, you know what I'm saying?
And
but
you know what? You can't never blame a man for just trying to be careful, because these guys, they play basketball for a living.
Absolutely.
It ain't like they don't want to play.
Absolutely.
So if brother decide he want to not play or sit out, I think you got to respect it.
Absolutely. So, I think that this, I want to say, is more competition without the fans, but I do feel like the fans are needed in a way, because you got like teams like the Bucks, you know what I mean? Watching them on game 2, they really needed game 1, they really needed their home court advantage, their crowd.
I gotta agree with you, because the crowd definitely make a difference in the game, man. They could change the energy, they could change the momentum. People probably, LeBron didn't get the memo, but it should be easy to make free throws, guys. Come on.
Right. Shoot, him, Jason Tatum too, man. I'm a Celtics fan. We 3-0, but guys.
But for real, I think a lot also with them coming back rejuvenated like this, they had a lot of time to rest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They came back, because normally they don't get this time before. Especially it was good for them because they got to rest right before the playoffs. So pretty much everybody came in fresh, you know what I'm saying, after a nice, good, long rest. Right. So I think that's another contributing factor to how competitive these games have been, man.
Right.
But speaking of people sitting out, they say that boy Big Ben Roethlisberger ain't coming to play this year in the NFL.
Man, I've been said he needed to retire,
man. That boy, he's done.
He's not like you have certain quarterbacks that can still play the age of like you got, Joe Flacco, you got
Brady,
Tom Brady, you even had Peyton Manning before he retired, but you knew
I could
like,
tell
Big
by
Ben,
I could tell by the beads of sweat and the way his
stomach. He always had that
stomach go over his pants.
They do.
Just a little bit. That boy need to go home and be somebody's daddy, boy.
Yeah, man. But this, man, I think Ben, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback for sure.
Yeah, he gets his respect on the
field.
Don't get me wrong, though.
He is, but certain players, I don't mind them sitting out because, going into the next point in a minute, but there's not really a lot of protocol going into the NFL like it is with the NBA. And so
the NBA got it sold up. They should be a model.
Man, what?
If you leave that bubble, you can't come back for 2 weeks.
No, and that messes up your chance. You can't even bring girls in there. But I know y'all heard that. You can't even bring girls in there.
Family, nobody's coming in.
Nobody coming. It's locked down. Like they got stuff that they could do. Like they got barbershop facilities in there, and they got golf courses on on Disney and stuff like that. So they having fun like they would outside of the bubble, but they getting paid. You at work.
The one thing that the NFL did do, but it's just gonna be weird, man. Because everything has changed. Everything is different. How the hell they gonna play the game? And I heard that they already have announced that there will be no fans and no crowd in that big old stadium.
See, I heard the same thing. Like, they going by teams, but I forgot what team it was. I think it was the Cowboys or the Redskins.
So teams can opt out of doing it, so they don't have to, but they could.
Correct. Like I think the Redskins was one of them that said at capacity 22%. It was either them or somebody else, and the Cowboys said they're gonna have full people there.
They're probably gonna sit people at every 6 seats, or something like that, something crazy.
But 22%, bro. That's at that big stadium in DC, bro.
Hey, bro.
Come on, that's like a section.
That's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna be really weird. But as far as just on the field, running up, hitting people,
right?
You know what I mean? Right. Unless they're gonna be playing with masks on, man, it's very possible that people breathing in your face, drooling on your face, sweating on you. But hey.
And that's another thing too. I don't know if you've been watching. I've been watching it. Hard Knocks with the LA teams, the Rams and the Chargers. So, and I seen an article on it from ESPN. They said that they have some type of face shield covering or face protector covering inside the mask. So, nobody can, contracting and spreading and stuff like that. But it's a contact sport. When you at the bottom of
you can be
a pile, it don't matter, bro.
You could be stuck on the pile on top of somebody else breathing.
Right. Or you could pass it from a mouthpiece. Somebody letting their mouthpiece out drop on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's to me, they gotta do better than this, dog. Or they should just not have a season at all and just use this season as recruitment and spread the trade deadline, further it out or something.
I will say, not to get too far off the subject, but with sports not being on and missing sports all this time, to me was a blessing in disguise for some people, because people started to really think about how many things were distracting them. You know what I'm saying? How many things was keeping them from focusing on things that they should have been focused on.
Right.
But don't get it twisted, nigga. I need some football.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't getting college right now, so pretty much all the conferences opted out.
Hey, I need some football, but y'all stay woke now.
You know what I'm saying? Please don't get crazy. I do need football, but we just need it in a smart way. My thing is just model, like the NBA was a perfect model. Like even the MLB, even though they had the Marlins, the team caught COVID, but they nipped that in the bud.
I mean, you're gonna have some slip ups, because just because me, I know, I'm not taking COVID as a joke, but it's like the flu. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't expect to get the flu, but you could. Right. So you just gotta just take every precaution that you possibly could, but just know that if I was a season ticket holder, I'm a little upset.
Right, because I can't keep watching pool on ESPN and stuff, man. I'm like, damn, he gonna make this shot, bro. Let's see if he make this shot, bro.
I'm a little bitter. Bro.
Yeah. But what's your thoughts on this boxing? Let's jump into boxing, man. What's your take on this Tyson and Roy Jones? What's your take on this league that Mike Tyson trying to start like Ice Cube, the big three, bro?
I think that is a beautiful thing. I also want to just go ahead and shout out Iron Mike Tyson, because that's my man. He's like my inner spirit animal, where I just be like, my style is impregnable, my defense.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna eat your kid. Nah, I ain't gonna eat nobody kids. but real, man, I'm going with the boy Mike Tyson, the boy Roy Jones Jr. Back in the day, he was the man. He was quick. Right. He was flashy. Right. But man, have you seen Mike Tyson working out at 50-something years old?
Bro, he looked better than he did when he was 30, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he was a different monster now, but he's still in shape.
He looking good, bud.
Bro, and Roy Jones Jr. is too, but at the same time, Mike is a different beast. And I don't know if you heard, Oscar De La Hoya came out of retirement, bro.
Oh my
bro, Oscar De La Hoya came out of retirement.
Not the golden boy.
No, seriously.
Hey, not the golden boy.
He joining that league, man.
Hey, no, that'd be entertaining.
This will be.
I ain't gonna lie, because boxing, it has been a few good guys in boxing, but man, I like to see boxing. I would love for it to reawaken. Right. But let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. Who will win this fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones?
Mike Tyson, I put up $500. What's up?
Listen, first of all, have you seen this nigga thighs? First of all, hey, look, man, I love Roy Jones. Don't get me wrong. Right. He went pound for pound. Right. He's well respected. Mike Tyson at the same time, I think, was a beast, and the only reason why he started losing at the end of his career is because they was trying to sedate that man, because that man was cray-cray. Fearless. But now he a grown man who got his stuff together. He's more disciplined. He's probably in some really good shape. And to be honest with you, Roy Jones probably scared. Mm-hmm. That boy, Mike Tyson, boy, you get in the ring with that man, he could hurt that man with a body shot.
Man, look. Mike Tyson just a different breed. I love Roy Jones Jr. through the 90s and early 2000s, but at the same time, Mike Tyson just had that different crazy in him, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
Did he not?
I'm not messing with that
when you do coke or whatever he did before the game, before each match,
the boy had gonorrhea one fight, boy.
No.
He lost that fight, but just the fact that this man would even show up to the fight. If I got gonorrhea, boy, you ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna see me till the antibiotics done ran their course.
I swear, bro. I promise you, man. But all jokes aside, man, I think Mike Tyson, I put money up, man. Y'all can know how to contact me if y'all want to put that bet up, man.
Hey. Hey, I don't want to gamble on these two old ass niggas.
Shit.
I can't do it. But if anybody get to talking, I'm gonna tell them. I'm like, hey, my boy taking all bets.
All bets, man. Mike Tyson, man. Let me know, man. I got student loans I gotta pay my kids. You feel me?
All right, man. Dog, this is history, man.
It is.
This is history right here that everybody is experiencing. It is about to be the end of the very first episode of the Black Millennial Podcast.
Yeah.
And just to give y'all just a little feeling of what we're trying to accomplish here, this is where being black and intellectual and aware is a good thing.
Right.
In the future, we're gonna have guests on here. We don't really want to limit ourselves on who we have as guests. As a matter of fact, if you are an artist, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, anybody who's an influencer or want to make an impact in the community, hit us up in the DM. We want to get you on our show. Also, small businesses, black-owned businesses, recording artists, anybody who want to get shouted out, showcased on our show, we are going to shout you out. We are going to showcase you because we are about the people.
Right. We're definitely about the people, man. It's been a long time coming. You know, me and Skinny been knowing each other since 2013, man.
14.
We've been talking about doing something like this for years, man. So just thank God, man, first that we finally got to do it, and we're gonna use this platform for good, man, and give like we stated, man, we want to give the millennials a voice, man. Not just, black, brown, or white, black, brown, or colored, but at the same time, it's like, we gotta focus on that because of what we've been going through, what we're trying to progress to. So, but this platform is definitely for millennials, for all millennials, just to give you a voice. And like Skinny said, we want to have all types of artists, man. We want to give a couple shout outs to certain people, man. We want to give people that supported us throughout the years, people that, we knew throughout the years. So shout out to Kimmy Nicole, man. Y'all go follow her, Kimmy Nicole, and follow her YouTube, That's So Nicole, _ That's So Nicole. Shout out to Danny, Miss Danny. You know what I'm saying?
That's my boo.
Shout out to Danny.
I almost forgot, bro. Everybody go cop my single, Ebony Girl.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to uplift our women, let them know how much I love that black, beautiful skin tone.
Yes,
Ebony
sir.
Girl on Apple Music.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Shonsky. Shout out to Glendale. Shout out to Rozzy, man.
Melodic Island Records.
Yup, I was about to get to that net, man. I was gonna say that last for, speak on it. But yeah, shout out to Rozzy, man. Shout out to Glendale. Shout out to Old Dane.
That boy AM.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out all my people in Houston, man. Shout out all my people in the A. That AM, you know what I'm saying? Eagle, all of them.
We got a lot of stuff coming, y'all. All y'all gotta do is stay tuned. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the box. And bitch, I might still decide if I care or
not. You feel me? So I also want to thank One Auto Details once again, man. And just want to say thank y'all for a first episode, man. We making history with our first episode, just like Skinny said. So till next time, man.
It's your boy Skinny.
And your boy Bobby P. Holla at your boy, man. You know what the business is.
Black Millennial Code Podcast.
Yeah.